Hey, it's Sol with your reminders and tips for this week in Warcraft. You can support the channel by liking the video and subscribing for more content. So let's start with some hotfixes in case you missed them. Bind on account boxes containing PvP or dungeon loot are now available at the vendor who, well, pretty much has everything. They're over by the flight point in Oribos. Better late than never, but with this you can now kit your alts with some starting gear and get them off the ground running. And here's an additional tip to consider. You can use this opportunity to unlock class set appearances by purchasing boxes and sending them to your class of choice. Have that all open the boxes and hopefully get the pieces that you want. Then go to the creation catalyst, turn it into the class set piece, and voila! That character now has a path to unlock the raid finder, the normal and heroic appearances. They'll just need to dump a bunch of valor into said piece to unlock the appearances as they go. And to unlock them in sequence, like you're not going to want to get the raid finder version of the piece of gear and then skip all the way to heroic, because then you're going to skip out on the normal appearance. So I know this is kind of a roundabout way of unlocking appearances, but there's going to come a time where you're missing just one color tone on one gear slot, and this is one way to go about filling that hole. I apologize for not mentioning this in the weekly, but there's been a sale going on for bulk character transfers and faction changes. It only goes on until June 7th, so if you're watching this late, sorry twice. The prices are up on screen, and this basically lets you bank multiple character services at once at a bit of a lower price. Personally, I'm waiting for the day when faction transfers don't matter anymore, and it'll be more like a race change, but until then, this is what we've got. This week is the Battleground bonus event. Sacrifice your body into the meat grinder for honor and conquest. Classic Ashran is the brawl this week. This is where you just show up and we'll see what happens, or yell at your team and suffer through this private hell of yours. Over in Mythic Plus World, the affixes are tyrannical, raging, and volcanic. Nice. While raging can always be a bit of trouble, especially if your AoE burst is a bit low, it's not such a big deal with a sturdy tank, so sorry to my team in advance. Otherwise, these three affixes don't synergize very well to your benefit. Kill stuff, avoid stuff on the ground, and it's business as usual. It's a nice complement to last week's affixes, which were also pretty forgiving, so I expect a good number of Keystone Masters and Heroes to appear soon. Before I get to the tip of the week, a short announcement. I have successfully purchased just about everything from the Covenant vendors. By that, I'm talking about the Transmog, and the pets and mounts, I'll just work on those later. There is also the Avowed Reputation, who happens to have some Covenant appearances attached to them. Still gotta work on those, thank you very much, but it's still a milestone worth celebrating. A lot of things goes to just following a very basic routine. You know what it is. But if not, get Quest 4 written down and switch to Venthyr if you need, then off to Zereth Mortis for the routine of the week. Grab up all the questies, whip out Pogo Purge Land, open quest and slaughter every creature that you can. Once you're done, return to all your candle-headed friends, then off to farm for anima cause there is no f***ing end. Done. I'm still slowly piecing together my big guide for completing your Covenant collections, but in the meantime, here's a breadcrumb. The Unity set is a collection of Transmog from the Necrolord Covenant, arguably the most pain-in-the-butt covenant to get appearances for. Unity pieces are obtained via the Abomination stitching feature, and in short, you craft a certain abomination, Unity is actually its name, and have it accompany you as you complete world quests. When you complete them, there's a chance that you'll obtain a piece of this set, but you won't know until you get it, or you don't, which makes farming for this particular set very RNG. But it's sort of not. Because you see, like the Covenant appearances from Korthia, if a world quest drops one of these pieces, it'll drop for everyone in that region. There's a Discord channel called Maldraxian Unity Set Announcer, and a link to that channel is in the video description. There you can see between the US and the EU regions, people are posting whether or not pieces are dropping for them. So folks like us can just check the Discord at a glance, know if a piece is available, and there we go. It's also important to say too that if you notice a particular world quest, like a profession-related one, that it hasn't been completed, you can help your community too by completing said quest with Unity in tow and reporting your findings. I mean, it's only fair, and people would really appreciate it. Late last week, the WoW team unveiled a prototype of the upcoming Dragonflight talent feature, using Druids and Death Knights as examples. In my observations, the reactions were mixed, but leaned mostly positive, in favor of how there are potentially more build types possible than the current system of talent rows and conduits and legendaries that you play with. The biggest difference being that you only need to grind levels to get that same level of customization. I'm not counting on another preview coming too soon, but I'm too excited to not want to see paladin trees like as soon as possible. I think that's one of the few things that's holding the Dragonflight alpha back, that classes needed to be ready to play, and if there's no talent system in place, well, what's the point? Whatever the case, I invite you to impatiently wait with me, so don't be shy. Join us over on stream. Coffee with Soul takes place Tuesdays through Thursdays, starting at 8:30 a.m. Pacific. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more stuff, and I'll see you around. Until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay breezy.